know a guy loves you? He gives you, I feel like, to me, this is just me, he wants to talk to you all the time. He makes plans with you. He wants to be around you. He always compliments you or boosts you. He tells you he loves you. That's a big one. If he's not a bold guy, then typically they'll show it by affection and giving you attention all the time and making plans and showing you off. Is it possible to give a man too much power over you? That's a good one. Yes, it is. If it comes to a point where he's not allowing you to communicate with the other sex, so any guys, at all, it can be mentally abusive. It doesn't just have to be physically abusive. That's an abusive relationship. If he is making it where you can't really hang out with your friends or talk to your friends, that's too much power he's got over you. If he doesn't like you going places with your friends or hanging out with certain people, or if he's making you choose him over your friends, that's not okay. You may say, oh, he just cares, he just wants to spend time with me. It can be an abusive relationship. No, he's trying to make you just to himself, and that's not okay. It's not. You can look up abusive relationships and it'll list all these things. Why did he choose her over me? Okay, sis. Sad girl hours right now. Okay, that is really tough. I cannot give you a for sure answer or I don't know, honestly. All I can say is, okay, maybe their personalities clicked more. Maybe y'all just weren't meant to be. God has a plan for everyone, and he wasn't in that plan. So yes, it hurt you, but God is looking out for you and chose that path for you and put him with the right person and is going to put you with the right person. When is it time to let him go? It's time to let him go when there isn't anything in y'all's relationship that can be fixed. Like, if your problems can't be fixed, then y'all need to sit down and be like, hey, listen. Or you need to sit down with him and be like, hey, listen, I don't think this is going to work because this is what I need in this relationship and I need to let you go. Or if you know he's been cheating, that's when you need to let him go. If you know he's with some other girl all the time and you know what's going on, that's a big sign to let him go. If you're just getting over him and it's a guy that you guys aren't together, you needed to let him go when he let you go. He let you go whenever y'all broke up. He might have not said that he let you go. He might have not made you feel that way, or maybe he says that he still wants you. No, he let you go. When it ended, he let you go. If he ended it, he let you go. Or if you ended it and he didn't fight for you, he let you go. If he's not still talking to you and trying to get you back or want you back, he let you go, so you let him go. If he's not giving you the time of the day, you don't need to trip over him. Is getting back with an ex ever a good idea? This actually I have done several times, and the guy I'm with now, we got back together. That was the best decision I made, honestly. He just makes me so happy, and we just needed to work on a few things. Sometimes separating and time apart is a good thing, and you come back together, that makes everything so much better. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes the feelings aren't there, or they already have someone in their mind, or y'all both have someone in your mind, or sometimes nothing changes. And that's between both of y'all. You have to make an effort. Both of y'all have to make an effort. I know me and my boyfriend did, definitely. I literally made a list of things that I needed to change from him. He didn't make a list for me, but I already knew some of the things that I needed to change personally, that I wanted to change in the relationship. But like I said, it's a two-way street. You both have to put in equal amount of effort, especially getting back together, because, and also you have to put your pride aside on a lot of things, because that can tear your relationship apart, like things that happened in the past. If you want to start over, that's really great, but sometimes it's hard for people to start over. How do you know when the relationship is toxic? It's not always easy to know when the relationship is toxic, but one thing that I know is that I was in a toxic relationship. I just wasn't truly happy, and we were always arguing, or I always felt like total crap. Like, they didn't make me happy. And yeah, that's the bottom line. Like, if you're not happy, I'm not saying if you're not happy because y'all are arguing or y'all argue a lot, like, I'm not saying that that's a toxic relationship. I'm just saying, like, if they are overly jealous, overly, like, controlling, like, we're to the point where they control everything, they try to control everything you do, from what you wear to who you hang out with to where you're going to, like, choosing them over other people, that's when it becomes toxic. What to do when he threatens to kill himself? Okay, so this is a very serious subject, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a situation like this. If he threatens to kill himself, be his friend. You're not his girlfriend. Be his friend. Talk to him, ask him why he's doing this. If it's because you're leaving him, tell him why you're leaving. Tell him how you feel. And if that pushes him towards that depression or towards wanting to kill himself even more, just, I'm not saying stay because that's unhealthy, but tell him that y'all, I don't want to say don't give him false hope, but what I did in this situation was I told him that these things needed to change, that I wasn't going to stay if these things didn't change. And if he can't live without me, that's not okay. He needs to live without me. He needs to have a life outside of me. How to ghost a best friend. Basically, just distance yourself from them. Don't hit them up as much. But I'm the type to be like, if you're gonna do that to me, I'm gonna be like, hey, like, what's going on? I'm the type to be like, hey, listen, like, we're being distant, and, like, I don't see us being friends anymore. So, just, like, end the friendship. But if you don't, you want to kind of be like, kind of ghost on them, which I don't suggest, just, like, don't really hit them up, and when they ask to hang, just say you have plans or something. How do you know when that friend is toxic? A friendship can be toxic by them being controlling, by them, they could be abusive, they could be mentally abusive, they could tell you, they could push you to do things you don't want to do, or if you want to do something, they diss you or they talk down on you. That's a very toxic relationship. I honestly have been in one, and towards the end I just kind of was like, I don't even like the person you are, type thing. Like, I didn't even like who the person they were. I didn't like the person that I was when I was around them. So, like, I wasn't me. So I just cut it off. How to tell your best friend she can do better than the guy she's with. Okay. I'm normally the one that people are like, you can do better, blah, blah, blah. I ignore it. I just do me. But to tell your best friend, in my opinion, I wouldn't tell her to do better or push her to do better, because that can be a toxic relationship. You are making her do something she doesn't want to do, or controlling her. I would say this is what you deserve, this is what you're getting, and you should be getting this type thing. Show her what she could be getting. Don't pressure her into like breaking up with him, because then she's gonna break up with him and she's gonna only have broken up with him because you wanted her to, and then she's gonna most likely end up back with him. What to do when you're jealous of your best friend's relationship? I don't know, I haven't been in this position, but I feel like communicate it with your best friend. Don't tell her you're jealous, but just tell her, like, if you're jealous because she hangs out with him more than you, communicate that. Communication is key with every relationship you have. Just let her know how you feel. If you feel left out all the time, or you feel like she's not making time for you, tell her that. Or if you've tried to make plans with her and she disses you and goes hanging out with him, be like, hey, like, that hurts my feelings. What to do when you're crushing on your best friend's man? Oh Lord. Okay. Let's say what not to do. What not to do is tell him. What not to do is flirt with him. What not to do is talk to him in any type of way. Try to communicate with him. Oh my god. Oh my god. I would just steer clear of him. And if you can't steer clear of him and he's just always around when your best friend's around, which I know that could cause an issue, I don't know if you would tell your best friend, because I've never been in this situation. But if I was in this situation, I would try my best to not like him. Like, just don't talk to him when he's around. Just avoid him. If it gets too intense, I would tell your best friend. I wouldn't tell her that you like him. I'd just be like, hey, or if he's tried something, like moves towards you, I would tell her. But if there's nothing that's happened and it's just in your head, or you just think he's attractive, keep it to yourself and just don't pursue it. Not even if they break up. Just know that he's off limits. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope this helped some of you guys. I love you guys so much. Like and comment video suggestions, because I need help on what to post. I want to post stuff that you guys are going to want to watch. I'm thinking of doing a challenge next, so say who you want the challenge to be with and then comment a challenge. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Like you, I do. You from another universe. Not from this world. You not from planet Earth. Ordinary girl. Cause I've been single and mingling, and I still ain't find nobody similar. Man, what she